The NFL is the largest football league, not only in here, America, but all around the world. And there are major health concerns with the NFL, especially considering the hits to the head and possible concussions and how they deal with these concussions, the concussion protocol. Although the concussion protocol seems to be getting a lot stouter, there still needs to be a lot of changes made to the NFL. The main argument against these changes is that people think that it's going to change the game and that the game won't be the same. But no game is worth somebody's life. And some of these things that are happening to people, especially the injuries, are life-risking. There is a disease called chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It is a disease that you get whenever you take multiple hits to the head, ranging from hundreds to thousands. You can develop it starting at the age of 17. So this shows that it's not only a problem in the NFL, but it's also a problem in our middle schools and high schools, the football teams. Some football players, for example, Ray Lewis, according to ESPN, can put enough strength that he hits harder than a battering ram. He can knock somebody down that weighs 1,000 pounds. Imagine the force that puts on one person. That's bone-breaking ability. We need to protect these players more from players like Ray Lewis. Even though you can't blame Ray Lewis because he's playing the game and he's getting his money. The NFL needs to do stuff to protect these players from the athleticism that is especially developing in people nowadays. You may ask, how do we do this? First, equipment, helmets. The helmets and shoulder pads need to be improved. We need to have custom helmets for each player's head, molded, and then we need to have softer shoulder pads so players will be less inclined to hit with their head and shoulders. Leading with the head and shoulders is not good for either one of the players, the one being hit and the one hitting. Secondly, teams that are in middle school and high school need to be required to have a medical staff on field. The NFL and NCAA college football have about 30 certified physicians on field with the NFL teams. This is most schools don't even have 2. Most schools don't even have 1. This is a big concern considering that CTE can develop at the age of 17. Also, you may ask, why is CTE such a big concern? Why should people care? There have been at least 5 reported suicides from CTE causing dementia. And normally it's caused by depression because there are certain lumps that develop in the brain where your brain doesn't process like it normally should. On to the next point. The fact that we are still protecting some players more than others in the NFL is insane. The quarterback should not have as many rules as they have, and the linemen have to take hits all day. A lot of the people mainly the people with CTE are the players on the outside and the players and the linemen that are in the middle of the field. They take a lot of hits to the head. Multiple, especially in practice, which is another point I want to get to. Practices need to be softened, and the ideal in the NFL needs to be softened. They need to stop leading with their head and their shoulders, and they need to learn how to tackle with their body. Not only would it create for more entertaining games, but it would lead to less injuries and less cases of CTE. And you may ask, what else is there to do? What can you do at home? Just bring notice to the cause of CTE. It is not well known, especially since a lot of the reports are new, and it is not talked about, especially because the NFL has it on hush. So, the media needs to get a hold of it, and people need to get a hold of it, because these devastating hits to the head and playing once on every Sunday is not worth somebody's life. And there's absolutely no reason that it should be. In conclusion, we can all stop this concussion problem. We can be part of the concussion protocol, and we can be part of the predetermination of whether the NFL gets these certain things done. It all starts with us. So let's bring attention to the cause and stop being ignorant.